Three, two, one, boom.
Eastern Europe.
My
A magical place where dreams, hopes, and aspirations go to die, and ugly British men go to get laid. Its exact location is a bit controversial, as everyone from this group copes and pleads how they're Central Europe, but we all know everything east of Vienna is Russia in denial. Despite this, even though Eastern Europe has played a crucial role in educating the masses on how not to organize their economies, very few people know the accurate stereotypes from the region, and very often resort to—
Is that a cat dog car? That's amazing. I need me one of those. Who painted this? It's beautiful.
depicting everyone and anyone from this region as Russians with slightly different—
I'm not gonna say it.
variations. To correct this mistake,
insane.
here are Eastern European stereotypes explained. If there's one country that constantly seems to stir the pot in Europe, then that is none other than Hungary. Throughout Europe, Hungary is a country that tends to have a reputation as a troublemaker when it comes to everything and anything political.
No shot.
When it comes to everything and anything political.
Are you serious? Why did he? I don't know, man. This is kind of not serious.
He was voting to pass a new law that criminalizes chucking cats off bridges into a river? Well, guess who's gonna veto that one? Who else but Hungary? As a people, though, the Hungarians are usually stereotyped as being quite cold, reserved, apprehensive, and don't like to venture out of their own circle. Throughout the Balkans, they're not the most well known for being able to speak a different language other than Hungarian, because of which everyone and anyone makes fun of them for it. Alongside this,
that is actually how Hungarian sounds like. I'm not joking. That's how it sounds to other people.
the Hungarians are renowned for their pessimism. No matter how good things are going, how nice something is, Hungarians will always find a reason to think it's not going to last, and everything will collapse into misery and suffering. Sort of like my last relationship. This is so prevalent throughout the Hungarian psyche that there is even a saying about this in Hungarian. Sírva vigod a magyar, which roughly translates to, the Hungarian is jolly while crying.
Hungry, are you okay? Do you need a hug?
Essentially, they're like a bunch of emos who, instead of dressing in all black and having a questionable hairstyle, have to stick—
I mean, living in post-Soviet country, yeah, it kind of does that to you. Yeah.
sour cream in everything they eat, and speaking language of the Martians from Mars Attacks. If you've ever seen a man on a hot summer day strutting down the city, rocking the renowned socks and sandals combo, alongside with a white wife beater and a mullet, then my friend, you've encountered a Czech.
Germany.
Throughout the Slavic world, the Czechs are seen as the most composed of the bunch, except for maybe the Slovenians. But we all know what goes on there, so we don't count them. While other Slavs love to spend their time in bars and pubs, drinking the most disgusting, revolting, gag reflex-inducing brandy or vodka their grandpa personally spent their weekend brewing and ended up making in a tub, whose fumes blinded the entire village for 5 days.
And if he brews it incorrectly, then everybody who drinks it goes blind. Classic grandpa.
Drma, pa to je domaća, majku ti jebem. Kad sam je preko cijela ulica halucinirala 3 dana od isparenja. 40 ljudi prijavilo policiji da je vidjelo boginju Šivu.
The Czechs
I I love that I can understand it without subtitles. Bogia!
that like to drink good old beer.
I have a German accent, and so of course I love beer.
Living in such close proximity to the Germans
Germans
made
like
them
this.
stereotyped as the most functional among the Slavs. And
It's because they're so close to Central Europe. That's why, ultimately. They're like the most normal. It's why Slovenia is also considered like the outcast of the group because they're like the most northern one.
among the Slavs, and the most stuck up as well. Many even just like to call them Slavic-speaking Germans. And if you're ever in Czechia, don't shy away from saying this to the locals. They'll absolutely adore you for it.
Okay. Yeah.
If the Czechs are the Slavs who have their shit the most together, then the Poles would be the most unhinged. Well, in the US, Poles are usually stereotyped as being slow and not having the best of brain function. In Europe, they are stereotyped as the most hyperactive, high-energy spastics in existence. Every
Yeah, being that close to Russia will do that to you. For sure.
time you log on the internet
Love
and
Poland.
find some
Much
bizarre
love
fever
from-
dream-esque
from
clip
me.
on it, such as a homeless guy being spray-painted silver, a guy screaming at some poor lost animal in the city, or just simply annoying the tram driver.
Bajajajo, bajajajo.
Ja ci dam kurwa bajo jajo, ty pierdolony
Bezot kurwa baba jajo!
You just know it originated from Poland. Besides operating on another plane of existence, the Poles are also stereotyped as being extremely religious. Today, the country is one of the most Catholic countries in the world, and by far in Europe.
And people really don't like that. Huh.
As a result, the Poles tend to take Catholicism quite seriously. This essentially originates from Poland being constantly invaded, annexed, and divided amongst its neighbors. As such, the church was the mainstay of Polish language, tradition, heritage, culture, and literature. Because of this, the church came to play a big part of life for Poles, and as a result, helped in the creation of this stereotype. Now, you think that a group of countries that is located this far east on the continent would accept that they are Eastern Europe, but no, we're not Eastern Europe.
No, we're really close to Finland, so therefore we're not Eastern Europe.
We're Northern Europe, we're Nordic, bro, please. But
True. I had a friend from Estonia and they kept telling me, oh, we're not Eastern Europe, we're really close to Finland. You can take a ferry over to Finland, so therefore they're not. It's like, okay, man. Okay.
regardless of what their European pronouns are, one thing is for certain.
Me and who? Dude, me and who, bro?
For certain. Their food is a cardinal sin against humanity and everything good and holy. If you
Ew, it's because they're so close to Finland. Maybe they're right. You know what? I can kind of get it now. It looks like
want your
slop.
plate to look like something that came out from the chum bucket, the Baltic cuisine is the food for you. As a whole, the people are also known as professional Russia haters. Pray to God that if you ever
True.
enter in a competition on hating Russia, that your opponent isn't an Estonian. But
It's very
considering the
true.
Russians more or less tried to wipe their entire culture and people off the face of the earth, it's kind of expected. Next up, we have Moldova.
That's a fact,
Now,
not
if
gonna
you've ever
deny
seen
it.
someone online describe themselves as Balkan/Eastern European and create content about that region without ever specifying from what country they're from exactly, then my
Why is there so much cultural overlap? My grandma, when I visited her in Russia, she had every single thing covered in plastic. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
then my friend, you've stumbled upon a Moldovan. Essentially, Moldovans are stereotyped as basically
Moldova.
Russified Romanians. Although they might speak Romanian, have the same culture as Romanians, and share the same genes as Romanians, if you're Romanian, good luck trying to decipher anything someone with a Chisinau accent said. They're also known as the world's biggest drinkers as well, and to be fair, if most of your country look like an endless doomer montage, you drink too. It also doesn't help that they are some of the best makers of wine, for which
Yeah, really good wine from there.
they were known
True.
throughout the Soviet Union. Depending on whether you're a bachelor
My mother from Ukraine.
insane liberal or a completely demented conservative. You either think that the Ukrainians are the most perfect heroic heroes that are fighting to keep our democratic freedoms, and if you so much as say
I've learned from the happenings in the world that people are insanely ignorant of Ukraine. Yeah, it is insane how ignorant the West is.
anything slightly
Crazy.
critical of the country, you are a piece of shit, buttnick that should go and lick the dirt off of Putin's boots and die! Or that they're the most corrupt Nazi sympathizers in the world, that the global elite, consisting of Klaus Schwab, Biden, Ursula von der Leyen, and Taylor Swift, is using as their pawns in an effort to achieve complete and utter world domination. And
Holy
Zelensky
shit.
himself is actually a
Zelensky.
shape-shifting fascist lizard
I
man
need
who
the
eats US gold
bones.
reserves for breakfast. However, if you haven't been lobotomized and take modern political discussion
Oh my god, is Hassan and Destiny on my screen at the same time? Hold on, I gotta move. I'm blocking him from your vision. Oh my god, what's this video, man?
out of the equation, Ukrainians are generally stereotyped as everyone else in Eastern Europe, being cold, living in grey Minecraft blocks, and eating everything
Dark
and
Souls.
anything that's been stuffed in a barrel with vinegar for half of the year. Amongst the Western world, their women are known for their beauty and charm, therefore
yeah.
the country is a cesspool of wannabe alpha male passport bros that make YouTube videos on how to pick up a trad wife
This is actually true, by the way. I've seen it firsthand. If I even mention that I have, like, Ukrainian blood in me, immediately, like, men will be like, oh my god. Do you have, like, a hot sister? I'm like, no, I have a brother. And they're like, does he have, like, a hot sister? And I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean, you dumb bitch? You Ukrainian? Oh, you're half Russian, half Ukrainian? Poggers!
Ukrainian girl, and not one of those icky, stinky, dinky American girls that only know how to charge their phone, twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. Apparently, they also eat a lot of pig lard and borscht.
Once
Oh yeah, absolutely. Love that shit.
again, I would like to make this very clear. I am gay.
In the past, your average Russian was stereotyped as a cold,
I am
goofy
gay,
man with
gay,
a
gay.
thick accent that does stupid shit in the tundra, such as wrestling a bear, driving like a
True.
fucking idiot, drink copious amounts of vodka, and pass out in the most random of
Me after stream. Chad, he's got even the Abu bus. Look. Look.
places. However, ever since Putin just had to go and conquer more territory
Yeah.
because God knows Russia being the
And now everybody who's Russian or has Russian blood is a piece of shit. I know. Isn't that awesome? Love that.
largest country by landmass doesn't have enough of it, the Russians have started to be stereotyped as essentially an incompetent fire nation that can't even
Yep.
conquer the Southern Water Tribe, let alone bossing say. Brain-dead liberals stereotype them as the second coming of the Huns and as the scourge of the earth, while cognitively inhibited conservatives perceive them as some conservative value-fighting crusaders who are here to free the world from wokeism and slay the evil stinkman
Yep.
Zelensky, who
Very
has
true.
almost sucked the entire Federal Reserve dry. At the end of the day, if you have a
Can I just say how sick I am of this shit? Can we just, like, go forward, like, 5 years? Please leave me alone. I have nothing to do with this.
pulse, you probably have your own stereotype about these guys. In conclusion, and yeah, those would be some of the more popular stereotypes about these countries. If you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a like and smash that subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed it, become a member like these wonderful people. My name is Janusz, and you've watched Living Ironically in Europe.
That was so good. God, that was good. Very funny. Check him out. He's actually unironically really, really informative. He like travels all over the Balkans and he does like videos too, talking about those countries. And I don't mean like, you know, making memes, like actually traveling there and like talking to people and stuff and like looking at the architecture. It's really nice.